What are you doing? What are you doing?
Enjoying breakfast.
You're just like...
The only thing is there's something in here we can't talk about yet.
That's okay.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two
Crazy
crazy ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we have something that's delicious but can't talk about it, you'll be alerted to it.
Why can't we talk about it?
You have to talk about this. There's an ingredient in here that is not available yet.
By the time this vlog comes out, it'll be available.
You better make sure.
Okay. I'm eating breakfast. Well, we're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
This is like a yogurt parfait.
Parfait. Who don't like a parfait?
And what it is it's our yogurt, full fat yogurt, not the extra fat yogurt with the extra heavy whipped cream, just full fat yogurt.
I like that one too.
It's really good, but it's like... Is something happening?
Amber alert. And all of our devices
we have a lot of devices.
Are connected to everything.
So anyway, the full fat yogurt is really good, but your serving size becomes so small because it's like
full of fat.
It's like extra. I mean, the extra fat one. It's just so extra fatty. So I like the full fat version because like you can eat a decent amount of it and not feel guilty, and it's really good for you. And it's like less than 1 total carb for a serving. It's so much better than the stuff you buy in the store. I'll leave a link for how to do it up here. All you need is an Instapot, some Fairlife milk, or any kind of ultra-filtered, like reduced sugar milk. Usually those ultra-filtered are gonna be half the carbs. So it's like 6 grams of carbs and sugar rather than 12 grams.
We just usually point to Fairlife because it's the one we've found
there's
most
only a
widely.
couple of them. There used to be a different one and they went out of business. So Trader Joe's has one and Fairlife. It's that, and then you need yogurt. You need like a serving of yogurt, not even a serving, a spoon of regular yogurt. Super easy to make. Anyway, so I mix that with butterscotch keto chow. Now, you can do this with any flavor, but with butterscotch, oh, it's so good.
I am so excited that this flavor is about to launch because I really, really think that it is going to be something that a lot of families are going to be able to use because for us, this was all about our childhood.
That's why we created this flavor for keto chow, and it was, I mean, listen, we were trying to recreate butterbeer. Yeah. And then butterscotch keto chow was like what the result was. But butterscotch just brings me back to, it reminds me of my dad, my opa, everything about my childhood. Like Werther's Originals, I mean, everything about it.
It was all butterscotch.
Is my jam.
My childhood was butterscotch flavored, for sure.
So I'm super excited this flavor is coming out. So what I do is I take the yogurt and I mix a little bit of keto chow in there. Then I thin it out with just like 1 or 2 tablespoons of super creamer. Now you can use almond milk. Yeah. But I really like using the super creamer because it adds some more flavor. Yeah. And also just a touch of sweetness without like overdoing it. Mm-hmm. Then I put some of this Nutrail Keto No Sugar Added Granola. And there's lots of different ones. But what I do...
It goes really good with this flavor of it.
It goes really good, yeah. What I do, though, if you look, I put some on the bottom and then the yogurt and then more on top. Because here's what happens. It's like ice cream toppings. You put it on the top and then you eat it because it's on every spoon. And then when you get to the bottom, there's no
got nothing.
Fixins.
I am determined to have something to eat when we're done with this beginning of our day. Because usually I am horking down my breakfast and like I finish all of mine before you even get the first bite of yours. Always.
But normally it's hot food. and I don't like super hot food.
I can wait.
I want my food warm.
If
so
it's cold.
Even if we're not filming, I will cook, Rachel will eat, and I'll sit it there for 10 or 15 minutes because I want it to cool down.
But if it's cold, I can wait.
We've got these cool spoons that get all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, this is perfect.
So now the other thing that goes really good with this is this. I cannot tell you how hard it was to find butterscotch sugar-free syrup.
I have scoured every Burlington Coat Factory, Ross Dress for Less, Bell's Outlet, and Home Goods, TJ Maxx, like everyone, to find a sugar-free coffee syrup that was butterscotch. They have literally every other flavor.
So I found it on Amazon. I'll leave a link for it down below. And listen, the ingredients are going to annoy some people.
That's all right.
So ingredients are water, cellulose, gum, sucralose, sodium benzoate, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, and caramel coloring. And that brings me to my shirt. Because here's the thing, by the way, we're gonna do a full day of eating vlog, and we're going to Sprouts.
Yes.
And then after going to Sprouts, I think we're going to make, I don't know what yet. I haven't defrosted anything.
This is my life.
So, lately, there have been a lot of comments on our videos about us not eating clean enough. That we're eating more than just meat. That we eat some vegetables. I mean, hey, a while back, we got a comment that they were offended that we grow lettuce in our indoor garden, that we eat too many vegetables. Now, we only eat what we can grow for a salad, so we're lucky if we get 2 salads a week, but that was too much for this person.
If my diet is not clean enough, I am so glad that these people are not here to look at my cleaning of my home. Because with all of the animals we have, there's animal hair everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not going to be clean enough for somebody.
Yeah. But what I want to talk about is keto enough? Right? Is keto enough? Because there are people, and if you get into the forums, they're going to tell you keto's not good enough. You have to eat carnivore. Carnivore is not good enough. You have to eat the lion diet. And listen, our channel is about community. It is about encouraging each other to eat what Dr. Berry calls the proper human diet. And I don't want to upset people, but I'm going to. The proper human diet isn't only carnivore. The proper human diet isn't only the lion diet. The proper human diet isn't even just ketovore. Okay, the proper human diet is eating what is ancestrally appropriate for our body. Now, that, as Dr. Berry has talked about, is essentially low carb. Low carb being under 100 total carbs per day, less depending on like where you are metabolically, focusing on meat and vegetables. But you know what? I'm not perfect, and sometimes I want something other than meat and vegetables.
I think that if you were to get into a time machine to a time when my personal Native American ancestors were foraging in the lands, like they were both hunting and gathering things. Mm-hmm. I think that in any society, you're going to have some people who are really good hunters and really, are eating the lion's share of the meat, like my little buggy that's always present, one fly always. And then I think that there are some people who are going to be in the hedgerow looking for more extra berries because the berries are very delicious. And I think I would probably be that person who's making sure that I don't just get my share of berries, but I probably get a few extra berries, some extra acorns that may be on the ground if I find them. And I'm okay with that. I think that it's really important that however your keto looks, that you are not attaching your good enough keto to whether or not you're good enough. Right. I think that is where the real danger is. That people are like, hey, I need your keto to be like my keto. And if you're not doing it my way, it's not good enough. And sometimes people wrongly attach good enough to their person.
Right.
And I think that's dangerous. And just like this fly is like flying around trying to spoil your day, I think that there's going to be people that fly around your keto trying to spoil your day. And I think that you just have to persevere. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to throw away the house because we got a fly, running around. I think you just got to do it your way.
The thing is most of our diet is meat. Occasionally we eat vegetables. We eat a salad sometimes. We eat jalapeno peppers sometimes. We eat some things. We don't go off of keto. We don't eat, and what I mean by off of keto is we don't eat sugar. We don't eat pasta. We don't eat grains.
Wheat.
We don't eat starches.
Rice.
We don't eat wheat. We don't eat any of that stuff. Do we occasionally have a product like Keto Chow? Yes. Do we occasionally have a product like nuts and they have some sugar alcohols in them? Yes. Do we have recipes that have that? Yes. Why? Because in my personal opinion, and yours may be different, it's better than what I used to eat. And if having something like that keeps me from going back to what I used to eat, where I would sit in my car and eat 5 packages of ding dongs, I think I'm doing well. Our channel is about community, and it encompasses a lot of different people. People who eat keto, ketovore, carnivore, the lion diet. We're here to build each other up. And what you want to do is completely up to you. But the thing is these products help people from not stumbling and going back to the standard American diet. And that's all I have to say about that. Now, before we get our day started, I did want to give a big shout out and thank you to today's video sponsor, which is Brooklyn Bedding.
We absolutely love our Aurora Luxe mattress from Brooklyn Bedding and the mattress that we have in our trailer, Eleanor. For me, over this last year, sleep has made the absolute difference in my wellness. People ask me all the time, how is it that you lost that last 30 pounds? Well, I haven't changed what's on my plate. I eat the same delicious meat and a little bit of vegetables for, entertainment purposes. But what has changed in my life is sleep and stress management. And our mattress has made a difference in that area.
We talk about all the time that only about 80% of your wellness has anything to do with the food that you're putting in your mouth. The other 20% is reliant on how good are you at stress management, what type of movement are you having, and what is the quality of sleep that you are having. And Brooklyn Bedding, with their amazing beds, really has helped us to get on top of our sleep, at least some of us. The other person's still kind of working on that. But our bed is amazing, and we absolutely love Brooklyn Bedding because they make it so easy when it comes to shopping for a mattress. You can go onto their website and you can choose what size you want, and they have all kinds of sizes from twins, queens, kings, California kings. I mean, they even have custom sizes if you're looking for a mattress for your RV or other unique bed sizes. Not only that, when you order from them, it's going to come shipped directly to your house, and it is free shipping in the contiguous United States.
Once your mattress arrives from Brooklyn Bedding, installation could not be easier because everything is contained in one single box. All you have to do is move the mattress to where you want to place it, take the plastic off, and watch the magic happen.
And once you have everything out and all set up, you have a 120 sleep night guarantee, which means you have an opportunity to lay on that mattress, make sure it's the right firmness for you, and decide, do you really like it? If it happens to be too soft or too firm, they will help make it right, or you can get your money back. The nice thing about Brooklyn Bedding is that they are all designed right here in the United States in Arizona. And when you do purchase a bed from Brooklyn Bedding, it comes with a 10-year warranty.
So like we said, we absolutely love our mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. It's when we're away from home that we fully appreciate this mattress, because when we have a few days where we are sleeping on not our home mattress and not our RV mattress, you realize there's a lot of lackluster mattresses out there. And when you don't get optimum sleep, your whole day suffers for it.
So if you're in the market for a new mattress, check out brooklynbedding.com/2crazyketos for a discount. I will leave that link down below in the description box. We really do appreciate Brooklyn Bedding for supporting today's video, and we really appreciate you guys for supporting the sponsors who support Two Crazy Ketos.
So we are supposed to be heading out to Sprouts right now. Are you ready to go?
Well, I'm gonna go work on or figure out what we're doing for dinner, and then I'll change and then we can go.
We're going to the grocery store. Do you not have a plan for dinner?
Not yet.
Why can't you just tell me what we're eating?
Because I don't know what we're gonna eat yet, because I haven't defrosted anything, and I don't want to go to the store and pay triple the price because it's not defrosted. So I'm gonna look in the freezer and see what we have to make, and then so I'll get everything prepared, I'll change, and then we'll go. So Rachel wants beef for dinner, and I have a small problem. That problem is I didn't defrost any beef. So I'm gonna have to go out in the freezer and see what I have, and then figure out how am I going to get this defrosted and then also cook it in time for dinner. Okay, I found it. I've got picanha, also known as a top sirloin cap. I actually have a whole bunch of these out in the freezer. One day they were on sale in Costco for like $5 off a package. So I bought a bunch of them. Now there's actually 2 pieces of the top sirloin cap in here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the counter. I'm gonna let it defrost for a little while until I can at least separate the 2 pieces and get the plastic off. Then I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna cook this, because it is currently like 11:30. So it's a little late to be starting a frozen picanha. So I've got them not defrosted, but at least separated. They're still like hard as a rock, but I was able to get the plastic off and I got them separated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this mustard, and I'm just going to put some on both picanha pieces, both top sirloins. Rub all of that in. I'm gonna do this to both sides. And then I'm gonna take some of this Redmond's organic garlic pepper, and I'm gonna coat the entire thing. Now what I'm gonna do is take some meter probes and stick it inside. I'm just gonna come down here on the inside. I'm gonna go right into the middle. And then I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna push it up in here. Now I'm gonna take this other probe and I'm gonna just kind of push it down in here. And what I'm gonna do is cook it in the Innova Precision Oven under sous vide mode. And the reason I'm doing that is it's easy. When you have something frozen, the 2 best ways to cook it is either throwing it in an Instant Pot or throwing it in a sous vide, because they can cook from frozen very easily and you're not really risking overcooking it. Personally, I think sous vide is a little bit easier and better because you're cooking in humidity. So we're gonna put it in there, we're gonna set it for 123 degrees and just let it go. It may be done in 2 hours, it may be done in 4. But the good thing about sous vide is if it's done in 2 hours, but I'm not ready to eat for 4 hours, you just leave it in there. It'll keep it at that temperature, but it's never going to overcook it. Then when you're ready to eat it, you just have to put a sear or a crust on the outside. And you can do that in a few different ways. You can either A, do it right in the Innova, you pull out your meat, you turn it to sear, you let the temperature come up, and then you throw it in there and put a crust on the outside. You can throw it in the broiler in your regular oven, or you can use a propane torch, which I have done that, or you can put it on top of a grill in the outside and just let that give it a crust. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cook it in the sous vide, and then when we're ready to eat, we're gonna actually throw it into our Schwenk grill on the outside, because that's like infrared and it'll like just put that crust on in like 2 minutes, and I don't even have to preheat it or anything. So we got our Innova oven here. We're gonna turn it on. We've already got it set to 123. We're gonna set the probe for 123, humidity for 100%, and go ahead and turn it on. Now we just go ahead and put these in here, and then we need to plug in the meat probe. Now you may be wondering, why am I using the meter probes as well as the temperature probe that comes with the Innova? Well, that's for a couple reasons. First, with the meter probes, it records everything. And I want to know in the future, how long does this cook take? So what it's gonna do is it's gonna record everything. It actually gives you like a graph and a curve of the entire cooking process. It's monitoring the inside temperature of the meat as well as the temperature inside of the oven. In the future, if I want to cook like another top sirloin picanha from frozen, all I have to do is go in the app and see what temperature do I have it at and how long did it take. So that's what I love about the meter. Plus, I can monitor it from anywhere.
So we stopped at Sprouts and I noticed they have the Porking Good pork rind crumbs here. And next to them, it looks like something that would be perfectly keto, which is cauliflower crunch. But this is dried cauliflower, but also rice crumbs. So be like aware that you need to check the ingredient list because it's not just cauliflower, it's also rice. So I think that we are going to grab some of this organic date sugar.
It's got sugar.
It's for just date night, right? But it's just sugar. It's just dates. That's all. And I want to check it and see if it, spikes me in some way.
So whenever I come to Sprouts, I always go down the coupon list because they have digital coupons. And I just go down the list and I see, is there anything on sale, with coupons? Maybe there's something that I've never tried before. And that's how I find a lot of products in here that I've never tried. One of the coupons this week is for Hu baking chips. And we've actually reviewed some of the Hu HU products in the past. And I really do like them, especially like the bars. They have like chocolate bars. They're really good. Well, one of the things they have on coupon for is these baking chips at $1 off or $2 off. And they have one that has sugar in it, but it's still lower in total carbohydrates than even like the Lily's baking chips, which is kind of interesting. Like it's only 7 total carbohydrates, but it has cane sugar in it. I found this one though. So these are no added sugar chocolate chips. There's 3 ingredients in this. Organic cacao, organic dates, and then organic cocoa butter. That's it. That's what's in this. And so we're going to try these because I love the idea of having like a chocolate chip that doesn't have soluble corn fiber or other things. It's literally cacao butter and cacao or cocoa and then some date. And again, considering you want to try that date sugar, I'm curious, like, what do these do to us? Because these are 7 total carbohydrates and 2 grams of dietary fiber. So we're going to try these. So another thing I like about Sprouts is that when they have their coupons, a lot of times they have the coupon and then some of those items are on sale. For example, this olive oil, and I really like this olive oil. It tends to be more expensive, but it tastes really good. I also like the container it comes in. It comes in a metal container and it's got this wrapper on the outside. And that actually protects it from light because you really don't want to have your oil in like clear glass because when you do, it can actually begin to oxidize faster. So I like having it in this like container like this. Plus it comes with this really cool spout on the top. Anthony really likes this. But this stuff is normally $13. It's on sale for $9.74 and there's a $2.50 off coupon. So basically, I'm getting this for like half price.
So we want to have some pizza later on this week. And pizza sauce is awesome, but here's where you really need to check the ingredient labels. So I've got Rao's, same brand, all right? But 2 different things in their product line. One is pizza sauce, and one of them is regular tomato sauce. For the pizza sauce, the measurement is 1/4 cup for 3 total carbohydrates. In the regular tomato sauce, a serving size is 1/2 cup for 6 total carbohydrates. So a lot of times you have to check and make sure on the ingredient label, what is the actual serving size so that you don't bring this serving size to this item.
Yeah, they have the same amount of carbs. It's just the serving size. So don't pick up this little jar and go, oh, well, that little jar has less carbs, so that's what I'm going to use. You can use that. It's thicker, but you just have to be aware. Don't use this like you're using this because, you're going to think that you have less carbs and you don't. Hey, honey, the Love Good Fats are on clearance, 2 for $3.
Still not buying them.
Why not?
Because I just don't love Good Fats. So they have these Nix bars on sale and they're labeled to keto, but there is 20 and 24 total carbs in one of these bars.
That's way too many total carbs for a bar.
Too much for me. And it also has sorbitol in it, and I just don't have time for the poops today.
Talk about an oxymoron. So this Chalk XO, there's a coupon for them. So I'm like, hey, let me take a look at that. And I'm looking at these and, you know, okay, so dark chocolate almond butter cups, dark chocolate peanut butter cups. And I look in the back, 1 cup, 80 calories, 5 total carbohydrates. That's pretty good, right? I mean, actually, to be honest, if I really want a peanut butter cup, my favorite peanut butter cup is Quest peanut butter cups. They are the cleanest ones at this. We were actually talking about that at our meetup up in Claremont. Like, I think that if you're looking for just a peanut butter cup when it comes to keto, if you're not going to make one yourself, I mean, Keto Chow actually has a recipe for them, but I like the Quest ones. They're really good and they're low in total carbohydrates. So, how about this? Oxymoron. Keto, 5 grams of sugar. How does something be labeled keto and then also have 5 grams of sugar? Also, when you look on the back, it has 5 total carbohydrates, 1 gram of dietary fiber, and 5 grams of sugar. I don't know about you, but 5 plus 1 equals 6.
Okay, so even if you have purchased a product before, make sure you do the twist and look and check the product again for their ingredients, because we reviewed these in the past. And now they're labeled keto friendly, which made me kind of suspicious because I'm like, why are you saying friendly now? They're made with egg whites, yes, but now they're adding a whole bunch of extra ingredients. This particular blend, which is sour cream and onion, actually has sugar in it, and the total carbs are now 9. So if you're looking for some baby food on the go, and our family sometimes is, like if we're at Disney World and we just need to get Peyton an on the go food, we like to use these Serenity Kids because the ingredients are really clean. So this one that is the wild caught salmon is just butternut squash, wild caught salmon, organic beef, water, and organic olive oil. This one is the bison. She really likes this one. And it is organic squash, water, grass-fed bison, organic spinach, and organic olive oil.
Now, we are going to say, just like with us, right? So your food should be mostly meat, maybe a little bit of vegetables, and then occasionally having a treat or something on the go. Same thing with this. Your baby should be eating whole foods that you have at your house. If you look at Peyton and pictures that Michelle posts and videos that she posts online in our Facebook group, she's eating eggs. She's eating actual pieces of salmon. She's being given pieces of steak that she can suck all the juices out.
Right.
And then when we're on the go, a lot of times we'll go into restaurants and we'll get her ground beef and break it up. But every once in a while, you need that convenience food, and that's where these portable baby foods come into play.
Serenity Kids.
Okay, our picanhas are done, and they don't look super appetizing right now. They kind of look gray, but we're gonna fix that and put a nice little crust on it using our Schwenk grill outside. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is drop down the griddle, and we're gonna pull out the drip tray. We're gonna pull out the meat tray.
Now, how long is this going to take to cook?
Just like a couple minutes on each side.
Wow.
So we're gonna put it fat side down. Ooh, listen to that. We're gonna push this back in. We're gonna push in our drip tray. And then, look, we're gonna raise this up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now what we do is we pull out our drip tray. Pull this out. We can go ahead and drop that down a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and give this a flip. And we push it back in. And sear the other side. I'm still getting the hang of this to not get it too close to the infrared so that you get a char on there, but honestly, I like a little bit of a char on my meat. Now we can just go ahead and turn this off. So all we gotta do is turn that to off. We pull this out. We pull this out. And look at that.
Wow, that looks very different from the way it went into that infrared oven.
Okay, now we're just gonna give it a slice. Look at that fat.
Wow.
Look at at that.
Oh my goodness. That's my piece.
There you go. Look at
Wow.
that. So cooking in sous vide, medium rare all the way through. There's your fat. It's just like when you go to the Brazilian steakhouse. You got that nice crisp. There's your fat. And look at that. That is just absolutely perfect. What are you doing?
Putting some salt on this end. You know I got to,
We
because
need
look
to go
at
sit
it.
down and eat.
It's perfect on the outside, and then also it's just all fat. Meat candy. Ooh.
Steak or picanha and macaroni and cheese.
But is it?
Is it? So the recipe for this macaroni and cheese is linked right up over Rachel's head. I'm actually diving into the macaroni and cheese. Like, because
It is
now
so
that the
good.
macaroni and cheese is back in my life,
It is so good. Well, and honestly, it's the best macaroni and cheese ever. I mean, it's delicious.
and it's carnivore.
It's super carnivore.
I am going to use a little bit of this chimichurri sauce. Because, like, I've fallen in love with chimichurri.
Me too. Hit me with some. Right up top, thank you.
There you go.
I like horseradish too.
Okay. Cut off a piece of this.
So
What
good.
is your favorite cut of beef?
You're looking at it right now.
Is it really?
It really is.
Is it picanha?
Because I love the fat. I love fat. If you're somebody who is put off by like the fat, picanha ain't gonna be your cut.
No.
It's my cut.
The same thing with like ribeye. Like, and especially prime rib. Like, if you don't like fat, don't waste your money on
No.
prime rib because it's like 50% fat.
Oh. It's so good though.
Oh my God.
Delicious.
So tender.
The fact that you can get this sous vide to make it so tender in the middle, and then you have that other oven that is like crusting the outside. It's just crazy.
The thing is, this was cooked from frozen. Now, if you're curious, it took from frozen in the sous vide about 3 hours.
That ain't terrible.
But I didn't have to baby it.
It was a brick of ice.
Now, it was done after about 3 hours, but we were recording videos and everything else. And so it didn't actually hit the Schwenk grill for about 6 hours. So for 3 hours, it just sat in that sous vide, staying warm, keeping cooking, but not exceeding a temperature of 123 degrees. And you're gonna set it to whatever temperature you want your meat. If you want it more of like a medium, set it for like 130 degrees. You do wanna set it for probably about 3 to 5 degrees cooler than what you want your final temperature to be, because when you put that sear on, you're
Yeah.
going to continue to cook it. So if you want to end up at somewhere around 125 to 128 degrees internal temperature, you're going to keep that sous vide at 123 degrees. If you want to end up at like 135 degree internal temperature, you want to cook it until you have an internal temperature of 130, because when you put the sear on it, it's going to raise the temperature a little bit. And you can sear it in the Innova or under the broiler in your oven.
Now, what you can't turn your back on is that oven outside.
No.
Because it cooks fast.
I
Fast.
mean, you will get burgers done on that grill in 3 minutes. I mean, a steak, 60 seconds each side, lower it down, and
That's
then another
crazy.
2 minutes, and it's absolutely perfect every single time. But if you turn your back on it, you're gonna have some burn on there. So you really gotta pay attention to it, because it's cooking at a 1500 degree
Yeah.
infrared up there on top.
It's not its fault.
So that is going to be the end of this full day of eating vlog. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you check out the most recent video that I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we have a fantastic meal, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.